So when we perceive a threat biologically, our first organic biological response is actually to do nothing. And that is called what Porges calls immobilization. Let me see here, this immobilization, we call it the freeze response or faint response. And why I say this first is because if you look biologically and developmentally, the single-celled organisms' primary initial defense is invisibility, is to not be seen. And this is also the primary defense of many prey animals. And the primary function is stillness and stirring and awareness. So I use a method. Now, the method first came from, you mentioned in my bio about my experience with indigenous, and I learned a method from a young fellow in Costa Rica, an indigenous fellow from Costa Rica. He was at a summit in the city in San Jose, and he said, when I leave this event and leave the city, I will go back to my home. And the first thing I will do is I will go into the forest and I will take off all of my clothes and I will be in nature. And then I will first feel my connection to the earth below me. And then I will feel my connection to the sky above me. I will reorient. In Chinese medicine, the earth is yin and the sky is yang. And humans are in the meeting place of yin and yang, or heaven and earth, which is called the human level. So what I use in my practice is an exercise, a guided process to move through these phases. You know, one of the things and one of the values in the deeper work of hypnosis is that when people are in trauma, when people are in anxiety, we can actually work through those states. You see, if a person comes in and they're anxious and you calm them and give them suggestions, we are, from a state-dependent learning perspective, we are training and conditioning them in a calm state. So what happens when they go out in the world and things get stirred up, they go into a heightened state, all that learning is gone because it happened in a different calm state. We need to condition people to be in control even when things feel out of control. And that's kind of some of the advanced work that we can do and some of the advanced application of hypnotherapy from the understanding of this model. But the basic first conditioning is this exercise. And I'd like to take you through it. You know, one of the things I learned, and you may have learned this too, if you talk about hypnosis to a group of people and you don't do some kind of exercise, well, you know, you were just talking, right? So we'll take you through this exercise. And this is just as I do with my clients when they come in. First, I explain this, and the model is extremely accessible to people. Once they see that, they say, yes, that's me. That's what's happening. What do I do about it? And then I say, well, this is what we do about it. We're going to learn how to breathe. And as you learn how to breathe, you're going to learn how to connect with your awareness in your world through the breath work. So our face and our heart are actually working together. And this is another part of that rapport is, you know, even when we say, look deep into my eyes, look how we're engaging in that. And we're reading, as you know, one of the challenges, this is why it's beautiful that we have these video conferences, because for a while I was doing sessions on the phone. Well, it's a little challenging. You have to listen very closely because we don't have the visual cues. Most of our communication is nonverbal. And some of that is by nonverbal, it's also non-gestural. It's not like I smile and you think I'm happy or agreeable with you. You're actually reading my skin tone. My skin tone changes in relationship to the way the blood is flowing, the way the heart is reacting. And then that gives us cues on how to respond. So when we're speaking to individuals, we're actually reading their face the whole time and editing in real time. This is part of the feedback loop. And this is really what, you know, Porges really talks about, the afferent nerves, not just the efferent nerves. You know, the vagus nerve, as we aware, the vagus nerve bundle, 80% of those nerve fibers are sending information from the body to the brain. Only 20% are sending information from the brain to the body. It is a perceptual system. And that perception is not just our organs and our limbs, that perception is the whole environment, as I said, the stew that we're dumplings in, that we're constantly monitoring, constantly responding to, and as I said, autonomically responding to. But when we tune into it, increase our perceptual awareness of it, then we can take control of it, and we can also utilize it.
Wasn't that absolutely fantastic? I'm sure that you found a lot of information in this very short video you just saw, maybe like 4 or 5, 6 minutes, however long it was. But that is not all. You can have access to the entire presentation of this amazing speaker, plus 40 more other presentations and speakers, and you can have access for life. You can have access to the video recording, to the audio recording, to the swipe files, to the transcripts, to all of the bonuses and the special gifts that all of the speakers and presenters and also the organizers are offering in the Premium Pass package. So if you like this, if you want more, make sure to sign up below for the Premium Pass and have lifetime access to everything. I'm sure it'll be one of the best investments you've ever made in your life, in yourself, in your practice, in your health, and also with working with clients. So go ahead, click on the button below, sign up for the Premium Pass, and we'll see you on the other side.